Hi everyone, welcome to Newcastle Fans TV. It is the review, and I can't believe I'm saying this. Steve Bruce behind us as well. Newcastle nil, Wolves 4 in the first pre-season this summer. Absolutely joke. We have from Ben Dawson and Elias Sorensen in a moment. But first things first, the news broke. It wasn't far off. Kick-off, to be fair, it was about an hour ago. This man, Steve Bruce, has been announced as Newcastle United manager. Dreaded it. A calibre from Rafa Benitez down to Steve Bruce. We all know that this is a massive decline. Look, it's not his fault that he takes the job. I think you would in this circumstances if you're a Geordie and you've always wanted to be Newcastle manager. Of course, you're not going to turn it down, but then you've got to ask yourself the question. You know exactly what you're walking into, Steve Bruce. You know you're going to get screwed over at some point, not just once. How many times do you want to take that over and over again by Mike Ashley? Now, Steve Bruce has turned around and said, I'm actually delighted and incredibly proud to be appointed as head coach of Newcastle United. This is my boyhood club and it was my dad's club, so this is a very special moment for me and my family. There is a huge challenge ahead of us, but it's one that my staff and I are ready for. We roll up our sleeves and we'll be giving it everything from the off to ensure our supporters have a successful team and what they can be proud of. Now, for me, what that statement straight away for me is head coach. Not manager, head coach. Nino. Alarm bells are ringing here. We all know now, if he's being appointed head coach, that he's not going to be making all the decisions above him in terms of transfers coming up. More on that later on the video with a player that potentially strongly linked tonight that might be on his way. So, he says the right things in his statement, but that's the one thing that stands out for me is the head coach. We've done the video this morning of a few of the gang from Newcastle Fans TV of what were thoughts about Steve Bruce. Look, no one's happy about it, but the positives are that Newcastle have a manager. That's the only positives that I can get out of this as well. But let us know what you think, of course, in the live chat, and if you're watching the rerun, of course, as well. Let's get on to something different, which is the game. Ben Dawson, who was in charge of this, speculation that it could be Redfern, but it was Mr. Dawson who was in charge of that. The lineup there, as you can see, it's the thing that interests me is, well, first of all, there's no wing-back system, and Matt Ritchie's playing over on the right-hand side. That's the one thing I was keeping an eye on. The team, yes, there's a lot of players missing, which we'll talk about in a moment. Very makeshift, a lot of fringe players in there. Interesting to see how Ashraf Lazar gets on. Jack Cole back from the dead, so to speak. Jamie Sterry not getting much game time last season, same as Carl Darlow, and Jacob Murphy, of course, was loaned out. So that was the lineup that Ben Dawson went with. Of course, we'll talk about the second half team later on. But Newcastle, they got off all right. They got off to an all right start. The first 10-15 minutes, they were in it. They were bright. Shelby was getting on the ball. He was trying to make things happen. However, the first goal, there's a catalogue of errors in these goals. The first one is that Jamie Sterry loses possession. He's out of basic position, which drags Jamal Lascelles out of position. It comes back to Jota, who has his shot deflected past Carl Darlow. Can Carl Darlow do better? I don't know, maybe. But 1-0 Wolves already. And you're thinking, alright, it's only 1-0, lads. It's against the run of play. These things happen in football. You think, okay, it's not the worst mistake that you've ever seen in your life. These things happen on a regular day-to-day basis in football games that you watch on telly. But things just got worse. Since that goal, Newcastle just went, boom, they plummeted. They didn't know what to do. In particular, Ashraf Lazar for me. The first time he's here to impress. Steve Bruce will be watching on TV back in the UK. But what is Lazar doing here? Why is Ashraf Lazar there? He's a left back. I know the ball was played through and Lazar runs over here. But what's he doing there? Why is Lazar there? Lazar should be round about here for me. That's where Lazar should be pictured. Or positioned, sorry. But he loses the ball, he's all over the place, and don't get me wrong, it's an absolutely fantastic finish by Gibbs White. Scores. Darlow's got no chance in the edge of the box. It's a fantastic finish. The lad's got talent. He'll probably play for England later on in his career. I think he is really talented lad, but that one for me was disappointing. Lazar just don't know what he's doing, and it's not the first time I'm going to be picking on Ashraf Lazar in this video as well, because 3-0 down after 40 odd minutes. Again, I just want to have a look at here. You might not be able to see it because of the lighting, but this is where Lazar is, right? So why is the right winger free over here? Why is Lazar here? Lazar should be over here. And then, of course, Wolves are played through. The ball squared towards the end of the box, which picks up Isaac Hayden. Isaac Hayden has a control. You think, no problem, let's go on the counter-attack. Isaac Hayden is asleep. It's poor. It's piss poor by Isaac Hayden. I know he's brilliant in the second half of the season, but he's got to be doing a lot better. You cannot be losing the ball there. And it's not just him. The shot comes from Yotta. And what is Caldolo doing? It's straight at Caldolo and he flaps at it and it goes in. He's got to be saving that Caldolo. It's a basic straight at you. No wonder Dubravka's number one, because Darlow has that in him. He's got a mistake in him and it's 3-0 already. And you're thinking, what is going on, Newcastle? Sort yourselves out. 3-0 doing, and I'm thinking, just ring the changes, Ben Dawson. It can't get any worse, surely. Thankfully it didn't. So come the second half, we had a one that was clear off the line. Watts came on. Talk about the under-23s in the moment. He was skinned on the right-hand side. The ball's played back, and he gets back on the line, and Watts clears it off the line, and you think, God, man, sort yourselves out. Newcastle in this game just were not at it completely. And then a calamity on goal by youngster Tom Allen, bless him. So a corner comes in, and he kindly ducks down. Very inexperienced. Go and head it. Go and head it away. But he ducks down. It goes in off the post. A little bit unfortunate, yes, but you've got to be a little bit braver. 4-0, man. 4-0. An absolute hammering. Newcastle deserved it. They really did deserve it. We had nothing going forward. We had a couple of shots, which were tame and straight at the keeper. But apart from that, we didn't offer nothing. We look like a relegated side tonight. And it's already, we're only in July. You know, we need signings through desperately. The team changed, of course, we know this. The team ended very much as almost like an under-23 side. Probably the exception of Key, Hayden, Fernandez, Mankio. The rest of them are all regulars or train or play with the under-23s. Look, I think the only positive for this to come out of this is the under-23s for me. I think that is it. That's the only positive, that 5 or 6 of them got the debuts, got in that environment and played first team football. Yes, I know it's a friendly, it's not competitive enough, it's very sticky, it's very humid out there. It's not ideal conditions that you want to be playing in, let's face it. It's absolutely minging to play in those conditions. However, the team that put out is lacking massive squad and depth. We know this. The players that are missing, there is loads. There's absolute loads. Fabian Schär, Paul Dummett and Sean Longstaff didn't even get off the bench. Expect them to play on Saturday, 60 minutes onwards. Martin Dubravka was rested. So was Dwight Gale. There was talk of him possibly being a slight calf injury. We know that Miguel Almiron, Henri Saivet, Christian Atsu have all had time off. Saivet is still in the African Cup of Nations and he's in the final. So he could be a winner by the time he comes back. They've all had time off. And of course, Florian Lejeune has just been recently married. He's injured. And Rob Elliott's injured as well. So there's a lot of players in that list. Probably 75% of them would start for Newcastle. If not, they'll come off the bench. We'll all miss them, but you have a squad for a reason. And we got absolutely taught a lesson by a Wolves side, which, let's not forget, was not their full strength. They had a lot of their kids playing as well, and absolutely destroyed us. And fair play to Wolves. They deserve to win. And you know, there's a couple of Wolves fans who want to see more signings. Christ, if you need more signings, fuck me, we need a miracle. However, this man has been linked tonight, which is Joe Linton. So, very strong rumours going around about him tonight, and he wasn't involved in his Hoffenheim's friendly. Hoffenheim have claimed that he is talking to another English Premier League side. Bild, however you pronounce it in Germany, have claimed that that club is Newcastle, and there's a few other people jumping on the bandwagon that it is the tune. Make of that what you will. It'll break our transfer record. There's talk is between 35 to 40 million euros. Newcastle, will they pay that all up front if we do get him? No, I think it'll be instalments. Would it convince loads of people to come back at St James Park and renew their season tickets? No. Would it make everybody happy? No. I think it's the one, but you've got to get 3, 4, 5 through the door, big name signings to get all the Newcastle fan base happy. I think it'll probably please a very, very small fraction that. but it's not enough. The squad is clearly not enough. However, let's end it by hearing from Ben Dawson and Elias Sorensen. These are courtesy of nufc.co.uk pictures. We do not own these.
The result's disappointing. More importantly, we've got through 90 minutes, got minutes into people's legs, and everyone's come through and skated. So, new manager coming in's got a clean bill of health for the lads who've been involved tonight. It's a dream come true, really. You always work hard every day in training for the 23s, and now you've been with the first team for a little bit, and then obviously making your debut is the best feeling ever, really.
And as much as it's out here in a friendly game, it's a big crowd, it's a big stadium, so it must have felt like a real big match atmosphere. Yeah,
it did, definitely. There's a few thousand here, and obviously you play for the first team with the name on the back of your shirt. So I think all the lads, everyone who made their debut today, is absolutely over the moon.
And that is it. Let us know what you think on a disastrous day as well. Absolutely shocking. Thanks for watching, everyone. Enjoy your day. Ta-ra, bye bye.